What's up, world? Oh my gosh. It is your girls, Bianca and Andrea, aka the A and B conversation. We are back like we forgot something. I'm something. Okay. It's like, no, I definitely stole that from Lil Wayne. Shout out to Tucci. Y'all, we are back. We are in a
shout out to Tucci.
Listen, you gotta call him. You gotta call him out whatever his name is this year. You know that never have to change his name every year. We are back, you guys. For those of you who don't know us and this is y'all's first time meeting us, allow us to introduce ourselves. I'll let you go first because you're A and A comes before B.
Period. I am Miss Andrea Camille. That's all I got to say. Dang.
It's like you better ask about me. They're like, I did. They heard. Yeah, no, that is Miss Andrea Camille. Period. Have you on the Miz with a Z? It is me. I am Bianca. Right. Miss not Mrs. Send emoji kisses. It's like send money and kisses. No, I am Bianca, aka Bianca B. Givner. That is B like Arthur, not like Jordan. You know what I mean. Also known as the Nostalgia Queen. Also known as Snow_Black with 2 C's because the C's stand for I'm cute, but I will cut you. Welcome to our page, our channel. We are super excited to be able to bring this back to you guys. For those of you who knew us in the past, 10 years ago, we started this, just this video, this podcast, kind of before podcasts were a thing. Like, had we blown up when we were supposed to? Baby. Exactly. We would be the freaking blueprint. But it's all good though, because I feel like everything happens for a reason and a season. And this is our season. This is the season to be jolly.
Come on.
All right. This is our season. This is our year.
Right now.
That's it. Listen, get ready because we're coming heavy. So each week we're going to be coming to you guys with awesome topics, awesome stuff. We're going to talk about super hot stuff that happened this week that I know you guys are dying to get 2 expert opinions about. And then I'm going to come to you with a subject. Dre will come to you with a subject, and we will come together with a final subject, and it'll be a lituation. Sound good? Sound good. All righty. First things first, Miss Andrea, bring us the first topic that we want to talk about this week. The first hot topic.
It's hot. This topic. Okay. So we have Miss Sha'Carri Richardson. We all know what took place. We all know what happened. We all know the outcome. What is baffling to me and just weird it's just the response to it from the Black community was like weird, so there were some people that were like, boycott, we don't watch that. If it ain't crack, let her run track,
but that's why, because homies, if I ain't smoke and I get a chance to get in the slot, it is what it is. And that's the thing, a lot of us people were upset because she was like a national treasure because she was so good and so fast, and she was the new thing, and she didn't look like everybody else. She was FloJo, and if you're not familiar with who FloJo is, do your history, because if you're Black and you don't know who FloJo is, shame on you.
Get familiar.
So she had the look, she had everything, and a lot of people were just like, oh no, they're wrong, but rules are rules. Period.
They are.
Rules are rules.
They are. And I've seen a lot of people saying it's not per se the rule, but why is it a rule? It's being legalized. Why is it a rule? But what people fail to realize is that the Olympics is not just an American sport. This is
illegal in Tokyo,
and it is not getting ready to be legalized internationally.
Not no time soon.
So they have their reasons, and it's understandable. It's still disappointing. Because we wanted to see that take place. Period.
Fact, she feel like she's like everybody's little cousin. Like, you know what I mean?
I wanted my daughters to see that take place.
Yes.
But I don't feel like it should be all on her shoulders. Like, this is a young lady. Like, you know what I'm saying? This should not be on her shoulders like that. I just hate that. Yeah. I hate that the community tried to bring all these justifications. Like, that's not fair. Don't try to weasel out of it. Like, it is what it is. She did. She took accountability, which is so admirable.
Yeah.
But let's not try to sugarcoat or,
accountability whooping y'all ass this week is what it is.
That's okay.
That's what it is. You niggas don't want to be accountable. That's what it is. And I think the only thing that this was just like, to me was the fact that I don't care what nobody say. Them niggas knew last week they wasn't letting her go. I don't care. They knew they wasn't finna let her run.
I don't agree because the Olympics is so huge. Decisions like that have to go up a totem pole.
I know you're right, but I don't care.
We're going bring this on this next week. Like, that's not how it works. You know what I mean? You got to be realistic about it, you know, and it's just, I hate that she doesn't get to run. But it's a learning experience. I feel like it can still be a lesson for our kids and for us. You know what I mean? It can still be a lesson.
Yeah.
And she can come back strong. She just ain't.
I feel like I need her 4 years from now to come out and just dominate, and that will put the icing on the cake. Because here's the thing: when you're great, and there is no amount of time, there is no amount of nothing that can take that from you. When you're a beast, you're a beast. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. 4 years from now, I want her story to be so incredible and so, you know, such an underdog story. Like, this is what happened to me, you know, a testimony. I feel like it is like, my mom had just died, this and that, blah, blah, blah. I made a decision, blah, blah, blah. But look at me now. And you better look fast, because all you're going to see is the back of my ass, because I'm gone. And that's what I want from her. Like, literally.
People going to come up with a slogan if they don't.
Oh, you know it.
Else.
You know,
but I love how Nike stood behind her. I love how Nike.
Yes.
And you know, Nike was standing behind you.
Yeah.
You know how we come in?
Yeah, because I thought Nike was going to be like, Psyche, and take it from her.
I love that Nike.
I was like, no, don't do it.
We are human. I hate that the standards, you know what I mean? We are human. I hate people like, you're disappointing, you let us down. Like, who, what? Y'all didn't even know who she was until about a month ago. You know what I'm saying? Now the whole world, like, don't do that.
Don't do it.
So
exactly.
That was the first trending topic.
Yes, and shout out to her. Send her all our love. And I love, even after all that, you know what I mean? Even today, I was looking at her tweets. Her attitude is just like, I'm rooting for the rest of y'all. Like, that's amazing. She got big heart. And I really shout out to her for being so super mature. Hang in there, praying for her strength, for her sanity, because it's like, this didn't just happen to you at a track meet. There are people in Bangladesh who know your name and know what happened to you and know your story. But that's even more, I feel like, ground for her to just come back stronger. So big shout out to Sha'Carri. We love you.
Shout out, baby girl. You got this.
Subject number 2. Now, I don't care what we disagree on this subject. I know y'all saw that versus Big Draco, Big Souja Boy Tell 'em versus Bowwow, Prince of the O-Town. Okay, first of all, on the count of 3, all of y'all say who won. 1, 2, 3.
Bowwow
didn't win. And I don't care, because no.
I feel like people's emotions are into it, because
Soldier Boy gave this nigga 3 free rounds and he still lost. I don't care.
On what grounds? Like, listen, y'all are confusing the person as a likable person. Like, Souja's persona, his personality is, I think, you know, if it was a personality contest, Souja won. Okay. But that's not what it was. The records that were being played against each other, Bowwow won. Like, that's just what it is.
You're out of your mind. You already know. I'm kidding me. I'm not. It had nothing to do with personality, because personality-wise, both them niggas is cornballs to me. I'm talking track for track. Plus, Souja even had features from people that he didn't even release yet. This nigga played the same song 3 times in a row and had Nicki Minaj, like, stop it. You're not, and he was pulling out songs I hadn't heard in a while. Hey, Soulja Boy, can I y'all, bitch? Like, what? You're not gonna act like we ain't have a hop up out of it. Turn right. We had a whole dance routine. Like, what's up? Don't stop it.
No, I'm not saying that he didn't have
bad dinner. Gucci bad dinner. That's the only TikTok dance I know how to do, y'all. That's it. Where's where it stops for me? Like, are you kidding me? He pulled out the big guns. Like, I need you to stop playing with Big Drake.
Listen, they both had me on my feet. Like, that's, you know, Souja was like the king of dance anthems back then. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they both had me on my feet, but Soulja Boy did not win over Bowwow. Like, even with him playing 3 of the same songs, like, he never played Kiss Me Through the
How many times have you heard the Run It remix? 1 yesterday, like on the verses, exactly. Because stop playing with Soulja Boy. I'm like, you put Bowwow playing these little commercial jingle ass songs. I was like, you know what? Give me the check, please.
Don't do that.
Like
I
no.
stand on
Don't get me wrong.
I stand on the fact that I feel like Bowwow won that. Like,
Yeah, a participation trophy because
me-
oh my life.
I would-
Listen. I'm not going to say like there are certain like the rounds that Bow Wow did win towards the end. It was unquestionable. He bought out JD and them. That you're not beating that. Like literally, like, and then you bought Omarion. That's cute.
Souja Boy bought out French Montana and
Yeah,
Remy.
who's a nobody? Exactly. I'm like, you're not gonna beat the brat JD. I'm like, that was like Bow Wow's best round for real. That and the look. Oh, I can't get over that. I thought he did a very good job.
At me,
That Harlem Shake looked more like get the shackles.
That was a Harlem mix, not the shackles.
That's what it was like. Yeah. I'm like, if you don't get this little youth Sunday dance out of here, oh my gosh. But that is that. Y'all put in the comments who y'all think won because I don't care. Souja Boy won. By the time Bow Wow started heating up, Souja Boy had already won. Didn't matter. But it's okay.
We will agree to disagree.
Also, you guys, each week, the subjects that we bring, whatever she's bringing to the table, I have no idea what she's going to talk about. So it's always a surprise. And same thing with me. Surprise.
Okay.
Those are my surprise emojis.
My topic is there a such thing as a hoe?
Oh, you're coming with the red table talk stuff. Woo, you try to get
there a such thing as a hoe?
Yeah, and here's why. This is what I feel like. I feel like
cancel.
I don't care. Y'all can't beat me though. So whatever. Like you probably can. I'm not a fighter. Sorry. I just watch so much anime. I think I can fight, but I'm gonna be like this, and y'all gonna. I'm like, come in. I'll be like, bitch. I do feel like there's a way that you can be a hoe. I think that there are certain things that I consider hoe stuff. For example, I don't think the amount of people, like however many people you slept with, I don't think that amounts to what makes you a hoe. Okay. However, I feel like it's the way that you move around. For example, if you slept with 10 people, who cares? If you slept with 10 people and they're all related, that's hoe shit. That's just me. I feel like if you have.
So it's the morale and that's
the thing. I feel like it's the morale. Like, you get divorced and then I go get pregnant by your ex-husband. Hoe shit. That's just, I just feel like if we're best friends and you sleep with my man, that's some hoe stuff. You break up with this boy and start dating his best friend. That's hoe stuff. I don't care. I feel like, or if like I used to
talk. That sounds like this. You're talking about the circumstances of.
Yeah, I feel like the circumstances is what it's how is what makes it a hoe thing. It ain't who or how. I mean, it ain't how many. I don't think that's just me personally. Oh, you're just saying that because you probably got.
Well, here's the thing, though. So where does that in casual dating come in? Or casual sex come in? Because. What if you don't know that you're smashing? Because dudes,
if you don't know, it don't count. If you don't know, that's different. I'm talking about women who are fully aware. I know that this is your brother. I know that this is your ex. I know who you are to somebody, and I don't care. I know that you are married. I know that you are in a relationship, and I don't care. I feel like women who sleep with men who are in a relationship and they know it, that's hoe stuff. I feel like it, even if the man is okay with it, that's hoe stuff on a woman's part because he belongs to somebody else. Technically, you don't belong to anybody, but you know what I mean? If you're aware that somebody's in a relationship and you talk to them anyway, that is hoe stuff.
Is that not a turn off? To me, that's a turn off for me because you thought you had the audacity, like you really thought that me, like why? And then that makes me think of me, like why I look like the type of person that don't do that.
What you think you can play with? Like play Uno, don't play. I don't like that.
Yeah. So that was my question. I wanted to know if.
What do you think? I want to know what you think.
Well, in this generation, in this time and age, I feel like women are taking back, like the slut walks and the hands on my knees.
Yep.
Going thought. Exactly. Yeah. So it's like women are taking. It's almost like the N-word. Just like we took that back and was like, "Hey, we're flipping it," but just you don't say it.
Yeah, you bet not.
So I feel like it's taken back. But I agree that it's with the morale and the motive. If you're facetiously like him, his cousin, his friend, and his summer camp swim partner. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's wow. You know, you gotta relax. Like,
yeah,
you know. So I think the same. I think there is still a such thing.
Mm-hmm. I think so too. Yeah. And like I said, it ain't how many, it's how. It's the how. Yeah, because it's like, I don't care if it was one person. If that one person was, you know what I'm saying, happily married with 6 kids and they're the pastor of the church, yeah, you a hoe. But you know, you didn't hear it from us. You heard it from us. Anyway. All right, here is what I wanted to bring to the table. So I saw a tweet of mine from a very good a Twitter friend of mine, and I do see this topic a lot.
Okay.
If you go out to a restaurant and there are 15 of you all and you guys decide to go out to eat, do you think it's tacky if everyone pays for their own stuff, or are you supposed to just split the bill with all 15 people?
100%. If I came and I ate a salad, if I order a slime salad and I'm eating the
I'm sorry, because I knew what you said. Oh, 100. I knew she was going to be like,
if all I ate was the dinner roll and a side salad, I'm not helping you pay for the prime rib or the steak. Like, you wild. And I feel like it's real wild for you to expect that. That's wild. You know how confused I would be.
Can you imagine? You're like, oh yeah, I know the salad.
Like, oh, that's $25.99.
I'm about to say, whose check is this? Like, I'm about to say, I'll be passing it back. No, this ain't mine. I had to water it. I had a vegan ice water and a napkin.
Can I see the menu again? Because I read $2.59. I ain't read $25.99.
I thought it said $2.20. I agree, because I'm like, if I come, I don't care if it's 300 of y'all. I don't care. If I come, and I've been out to dinner with 20 people before, and never in my life has they be like, "All right, we're gonna put this together." I'm like, I got me a chicken salad and a glass of wine. I'm not helping you do afterpay, basically, like, because you order 8 lobsters and a partridge in a pear tree. You got me chopped. I don't think that's fair.
Hand in hand with should your man pay for your friend's dinner? Now, for me, my head can't wrap around why homegirls coming out with you and your nigga or your man like that. That's a rare occasion. That's a real rare occasion. And on the occasion that it happens, I would rather me pay for them than for my man. For
y'all, my friends,
you to feel like he is obligated. That's why.
And then we'll get on the internet and we'll talk about him and we'll talk about you. And I'm gonna say, okay, I'm sorry.
You're not embarrassed that you don't got it? You're not embarrassed?
Hello?
That's
if
embarrassing.
You broke, just say that. And I agree.
And if you don't have the money, why are you coming out?
I needed a break.
Oh,
like, I just
say you got a headache. Stay home. Don't do that.
Honestly, I think it's and the guy like who tweeted it, he said it was tacky. It's tacky if you ask for separate tracks. Well, I'll be tacky then, because I'll be listen, I don't give a frosted Filipino flip-flop what agreement y'all had. Okay, yeah, all 18 of them are going to pay on that.
That's a part of my order. That's what you mean? Ask for a separate check. That's a part of my order. I like the side salad, and this is going to be separate, please.
Right, exactly. Because remember, I used to be a waitress years ago, and I had a 15 talk to myself, and they split the checks. But guess what? Your tip comes out better that way too. It helps the waitress out versus it being just some big gratuity thing. Because you got to think, if you're everybody splitting the bill, and it's like, all right, we're just going to leave. You know, if the check comes to like $1,000, okay, then it's like whatever. It's, you know, you'll get, you know, $150 tip versus if everybody eats their own, everybody pays for their own, everybody's bill was like $80 and everybody tips $25. You're changing that person's life for this week. Like, it's easy peasy concept to understand. I don't understand that. Like, I even seen something one time, Dre, where it was like, oh, if you're the birthday person and you invite all of us out and you don't pay for our food, it's a birthday. Like, I'm like, if it's my birthday, I'm not paying for anything in the first place. Okay. Like,
wow. I'm not paying for it. Absolutely. No. Come on.
You got me all the way chopped. If you think I'm finna pay, like, I'm sorry. If you ain't got it, just say that. And I think what is tacky is you expecting people to pay a portion of your stuff because oh, there's 20 of us going, so we're probably just going. No, get what you came to get and pay for what you ate. Because I'll be goddamn if I'm sitting here paying for your lobster cakes. I'm paying $3.50 when I sat up here and got a salad and 2 glasses of wine because that's what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? If I wanted to pay for $300 for a meal, I'd have went somewhere fancy with just me and my man and wouldn't have paid anything.
Right. Next topic.
Final topic for today. Go ahead. What was it?
Is comedy real raw? Comedy dying. Dying.
Is modern comedy dying? Here's what I think. You know me, I'm all about comedy. I love comedians, especially good old Black comedians.
Bring that Comic View.
Yeah, listen, Comic View on BET. It's the 10th anniversary. Listen, bring Bruce and them back. Put them on. Listen, I used to be 10 o'clock because Samurai Jack was just going off and Comic View was coming on.
Samurai Jack.
Listen, y'all, I'm gonna tell you right now, that was like the closest thing to like an anime that I had like before Tsunami, because I could never stay up late enough to watch Tsunami. Some of the greatest comedians said some of the most vulgar stuff. And back then, like I think about Eddie Murphy's Raw. I think about, some of the stuff Cat Williams used to say, and we used to be cracking up.
Kings of comedy.
Listen, we'll never have that back again. No. And I need people to understand that it's not so much people being sensitive. It's just stuff was always offensive. We just kind of keyed at it. You know what I mean? So, and a lot of people we're more vocal now than people used to be back in the day. And Cat Williams,
I don't even know if it's vocal. I really feel like it's sensitivity. People are sensitive.
I think it's both.
You're not allowed to hurt my feelings. You're not allowed to offend me, or you're this type of person, and that's absolute. I keep saying that. Everything in this generation is like absolute. Like if you say this, you are absolutely this type of person. That's your character, and that's that.
And like that's bullcrap, and that's not true at all.
It's like we can't have nothing.
And I agree with that because I feel like a lot of it is sensitivity, but at the same time, like I said, Cat Williams just said something recently, which made a lot of sense. Like if you can't make jokes without offending people, then you ain't funny.
But you can't control what people are, who's offended.
But you also can't control what people are.
Because you used to be able to rip on the entire crowd and still sell out the next man. Now you rip on somebody, you getting sued because you didn't call me fat and Black, and now you are racist, homophobe, whatever. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay.
I feel like I don't feel like it's like dying. What it is it's not the same, and it will never be the same as like how it used to be because it's a different time and it's a different era. And you know what? That's okay, because I feel like funny is funny and people are going to be offended whether you say whatever or not. So if you can do it in a way where it's like, hey, all right, if y'all don't like this, if you don't like it like this, you don't like it like that, then fine, I can re-alter this because funny don't change. I'm funny regardless. But the way that I deliver these jokes, if I can do it in a way where everybody has a good time, that's all that matters. Because I feel like comedians, their goal is I just want to make people laugh. And I don't want to make anybody feel like, of course, you can't protect everybody. Some people used to get up and walk out of something. Like Corey Holcomb, one of my favorite comedians. Corey Holcomb, he is one of my top 3 favorite comedians. I love Tony Roberts is my favorite. Hilarious.
I can pick. I love comedy so much, and there's aspects of everybody that I love.
I don't have but he's like
Cat Williams. No, he's a favorite.
Cat Williams.
I laughed at his entire
Cat Williams. Comedy thing. He has never not been funny to me. Like I don't care what he's in. That man is comedic genius. I love Dave Chappelle. I love Corey Holcomb. And I use Corey Holcomb as an example because his comedy is so raw. Like he has a whole show. It's so good. But like people will be like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Shut the fuck up. He don't be care about none of that. And he's just like, yeah, I said what I said because I'm a comedian. He's like, you think this joke is effed up? Wait for this one. And he just, so some people, you're going to do what you want to do regardless. I just feel like to make a long story short, I don't feel like it's dying, but I feel like the dynamic and the circumstances have changed because, in 1997, you could say this versus 2021, you cannot say this. And
wanted back then.
It was just completely like there's Def Comedy Jam could not exist today. There are some TV shows you couldn't even like Married with Children could never be on TV today. They would have it canceled so fast, which is why I'm grateful for shows like Rick and Morty because they can teeter that line and just put whatever else. They have shows where it's just like Family Guy. That's why they leave it on the air so long because it's like this is grandfathered in. They've been trifling since the very first episode. The Simpsons, they've been cussing and fussing since 1992, and we're not going to change that now because y'all don't like it. So It is what it is. It's I don't think it's down. I just think the dynamics have changed. What do you think?
I think that they conform to the times, which you have to if you want to make money, because it's a business. It's not just a hobby. You know what I mean? You want to make money, you can't say this, that, or the third if you want this, that, and the third network to pick you up, or to, you know. So I agree that I don't think it's dying per se. I think it's changing. And it's like something to be, I guess we'll have nostalgia about it, and we'll reminisce about the old times, and we'll kind of get with, like, there's a few new comedians that I think are funny.
Yeah.
Like few, you know what I mean? There's a few comedians I think, because it's like, what are you really saying? Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, but I'm getting older. So I'm like, my generation is like, I'm like teetering generation, whatever, the Z, X, whatever it is. I'm like teetering. So I don't think it's dying. I do think it's conforming.
I think the thing is too, like, our generation, if you were born between 1985 and 1995, we are stuck. If you were born between those times, we're stuck liking what we like and being how we are, because we watched everything. Like, everybody before that time, everything was one way. Everybody after that time, everything is different. We watched everything go from, if you had a computer in your house, you rich, and the only kid with a cell phone was Richie Rich, and he was a cartoon. And there wasn't, oh, hey, call and hey, we're seeing where everybody at. Like, no, you just went outside and look where all the bikes is at, and that's how you know everybody at so and so's house. We went from that to, oh, now everybody has TVs. Oh, the TVs were fat, but now they're skinny. Oh, there's TV on all night now. TV used to cut off at 12 o'clock. And then the national anthem would play, and it would just be fuzzy ants until about 7, 8 o'clock the next morning when ABC decided to post it. Like, everything changed. There used to be pay phones. We used to have to sit and wait in front of the TV and wait for your show to roll by. And if you miss it, you got to wait another 5 minutes till it roll by again. We went through all of that into the digital era in the middle of us growing up. Like, the first half of my life, book reports, I had to literally go to the library and rent and hope I'm picking out the right books and hope they had the subject of the stuff I'm looking for, versus by the time I was a senior, you could Google everything. And I'm like, wow. So yeah, we're like stuck because everything changed in the middle of our generation. It didn't do that to our parents, and ain't doing that to our kids. My kids don't know what it's like to grow up without a tablet, without a computer, without everything being instant. They don't know why we say roll the window down or hang up the phone. They don't get that because they don't have to do any of the things. They're like, I think my son asked me, did I see Lion King in black and white? I almost knocked all this.
I was about to say, my kids asked me if TV was in black and white. I'm like, no,
children. Sorry.
But I remember asking my granny, I was like, Granny, did you march with Martin Luther King? She said no, but I was praying for
him. God rest sis. Sitting all my love. Anyway, but yeah, no. So I feel like that's kind of why, like, we probably feel that way. Millennials are our own breed. But that's that. I love this so much. I'm so happy that every week, listen, it's going to get better and better. And each week we're going to be coming to you with the hot topics, cool stuff, funny stuff. And guess what? It might be more than one time a week once we get really, really into the swing of things. You guys freaking
we're going to put all of our pages on you can see them where you can tweet us topics you want us to talk about. Send us information in the DMs. We have a Facebook. All of that's going to be on the screen for you right here so that you can tap in with us, stay tuned with us every Thursday. And we also have a podcast that we're going to be dropping. You'll have information on that soon. So yeah, this has been the A and B conversation. This is the A and B conversation. Always remember, as always, mind your business,
stay blessed, and stay out of mess.
Love y'all.
Mwah. Peace.